So these are my Saturday night's main event 2026 predictions. I was waiting for SmackDown to happen because I know they are not going to go with three matches, and you should only give a predictions video when you have the full card. And talking about the first match, which is going to be Rio versus Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez of the Judgment Day. And I think what this match is, it's about the first defense also, but it's also about building up to the Royal Rumble. Because I do think this match is going to have changes in team dynamics, maybe internal conflict between both these teams, so that there is more hype leading up to the Royal Rumble, and also that what is going to be the relationship between them inside the Royal Rumble and what is going to be the outcome of that after the Royal Rumble. So you may get Raquel interfering here. Maybe she does something that costs Liv and Roxanne. Maybe there is miscommunication with between Rio. Maybe Stephanie returns, and that also distracts everyone, and Rio win. I hope they get time, but generally only like one, may probably the main event gets time. Even though they are on Peacock, they can have it for a long time, but they don't choose to do that. Then, second match, Cody versus Jacob Fatu, and I think this is people are not really excited because they know what's gonna happen. Like, there's not gonna be a clear winner. This match is not gonna get that much time. I think it's probably gonna end up in a brawl, which leads to maybe a double count out or like a double DQ, or he counts to four on the ropes and the match just ends. Then you have those security guards. Maybe someone does a big dive, and I think this is where it ends. Like, that is the outcome of the match. I don't think anyone is going to lose. Cody just lost. He generally doesn't lose. Jacob Fatu is back, so he isn't going to lose. And I think they're going to build this up so that now going into the Rumble, they are even more frustrated because this match, their rivalry is still very strong. They hate more after this match rather than this ending. Then going to the third match, which is AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I do hope this match gets time. Even though it's not going to be the main event, it should be the main event. AJ should have a singles main event, be it on a Raw, be it on a special show, be it on a PLE before his WWE retirement. He deserves that much, but it's not because it is in Montreal. I think this is like, okay, we are going to give you the match that you didn't get in WWE. Apart from that Money in the Bank match, which was I think their last man standing match, which was kind of like a sleeper hit. Their WWE matches have disappointed. Their feud has disappointed, and especially when both of them are probably at the fag end of their careers, I think they both want to go out with the bang, and AJ is going to win. And I think this probably kind of telegraphs and makes it more predictable that AJ is going to lose at the Royal Rumble, because you had Cody having a moment at SmackDown. Shinsuke is really not doing anything, and I think even Shinsuke would be like, I'll give my buddy, my Gaijin buddy, a great match before he bows away. So yeah, I think AJ is gonna win. I think in the Rio versus Liv Morgan Roxanne match, I think Rio is gonna retain easily, and even that is also kind of telegraphed because Julia and Kiana James are the number one contenders, and it will be just oof, laying out weird, like Julia versus Chelsea Green levels of weird. To have Morgan and Roxanne going up against Julia and Kiana James, and also why would Rio just lose their titles for in their first defense? They don't need to, especially after so long being in the tag division, just to lose in their first defense wouldn't make sense. Then the main event, which is Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams versus Randy Orton versus Damien Priest. You can say apart from Trick Williams, each of the opponent makes sense for Drew McIntyre to be like that. Drew McIntyre Damien Priest feud, it ended, but it ended on 1-1 because Damien Priest concertoed him and walked out of the cage, which Jesse Ventura went cray cray after that. But that feud only had two matches, so that also makes sense. Maybe Drew can finally put a full stop and be like, I am the one that finally defeated Damian Priest. One of the few that defeated Damian Priest in a feud. Randy Orton makes sense. Drew has a history with Randy Orton. I think the last time Randy was on a PLE, it was, I think, SummerSlam. I think it was probably SummerSlam, and I think there There you had Drew and Logan actually defeating Randy and Jelly Roll. And even apart from that, they have their feud back in the 2020s also. So that also makes sense. Also, Drew, Jacob, Cody stuff going on. You get Randy closer to that stuff also. But I think if he loses this, it will be much more because Randy will be like, I need to win the WWE Championship, so I will go into the Royal Rumble. There you can have like Cody. I'm going to throw you out. Also, have a more deranged Randy Orton. That would make much more sense. And Sammy is not losing in Montreal. Like he lost last time to Roman Reigns. He's not going to lose here. And I think it makes sense. Like you can have Sammy be the Iron Man at the Royal Rumble, but if you're not going to have him win, so I think it will be much better. I think there will be a different Iron Man this year. Let's see who that person is. So yeah, I think Sammy will win. I do want to see who he pins. I think he probably pins Trick Williams because this is the feud that they're setting. Even though I don't personally like when people who are pushed quickly get pinned, but I don't think this will hurt him because Sammy will probably pin Trick and win, and Trick will probably cost Sammy his match at the Royal Rumble. So I think this will probably be Trick's first like major feud on the main roster, and up against like an upper mid card like Sami Zayn. I think it is great for him. So I think probably Sammy will win with probably pinning Trick Williams, and I think that's how it's going to be. Drew versus Sammy at the Royal Rumble. So, what are your predictions? Tell me in the comment section. What do you think about my predictions? Tell me in the comment section. If you like this type of content, like this video, share and subscribe. If you don't, then share it with those who do. My social media accounts, which are my Twitter/X account and my Instagram account, links are in the description. So go follow me on that. My UPI ID link, which is shappa.okicici, is also in the description. So go donate any amount of money which can help me make YouTube a permanent career option. So that was it for me for today. So thank you. Goodbye. Alvida.